No. Why? I feel like I need to bring this up now. Why do we always start off recordings with little squeaky noises? Or like little eh?
Apparently, there's not
Was it
that much.
louder for the recording?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's preferable to some of the other stuff we've started it with beforehand. Or, starting it off with what is quite literally a shit post. Just everybody hopping on camera while I'm trying to focus. Anyway, greetings everyone and welcome back to the Devil Darlings. uh, Given the situation at the moment, I feel like we can skip the intro. So, yes. Don't have a couple of players, one or two of them might be hopping in during, so we'll have to make do with what we've got for now. So, last time, you cleared out the rest of the camp of the abominations, only to find that the right-hand man of the leader of the camp had indeed been infected. And he mutated into this giant scorpion-like creature you see here. And despite some people's attempts, yeah, there's no real saving this guy. He needs a mercy death.
Wait, you hold up. You're asshole. Your assholes tried to talk this person into a thing. He's a scorpion, and you didn't even think about getting me off my mushrooms and making me talk to him. I'm the dude with the ability to control insects.
They're only hearing the word mushrooms and all that ramble. Grace just looks at you confused in her sort of current shock and terror.
I'm still on mushrooms. Why is there a pink elephant?
This is the point where this is the point where I'm like, yeah, no, I turned Sans up to 200 because he was quiet earlier. Ow.
Your mistake.
There's definitely a difference between my voice and this.
She just shakes her head. It's like, so let's just let's just put him
Oh,
out
you're
of
being
his
very loud from a very far
misery once and
distance.
for all.
Also, there are hardly any other people in here to save at the moment aside from the actual commander that you met before because a lot of them may have fallen to certain fairies. No one's putting any blame on anyone. Allo.
I just
Allo
imagine the
still has no
look,
idea exactly how many people she's killed.
So,
I think at least one of them she knows she's killed.
it would be Una to start us off. Una could get in combat. No, wait, no, she can't because combat would be there. So she can get here and hide behind Big Stone Boy here. Fire off a couple of those Eldritch Blasts. Where is Una's sheet when I need it? Uno and Dos. Why was that with advantage? One hits, one doesn't. For 6 damage. I haven't put stats in for this thing on the little circles. That helps. And I believe it was that. Nope. It was more. There we go. So that's her done. Miasma. Uh, Also, for those who may have been wondering, Inferno will probably be back next time. Mage armor at 3rd level, 34 plus 5. Jesus. Sorry about that. Maths. Allo,
Eh.
your turn.
Okay. Well, I obviously can't save this guy anymore. So, do you think command would work on it?
Make me an intelligence check.
That's a natural 20.
Probably not. Especially given, you know, you kind of split his mind in half with a sword. Or what's that, Cody? Someone split their
That was
mind in half.
Cody.
So, yeah, you think command probably won't work as this thing isn't so much acting freely, it's more acting on instinct.
Hmm. Let's see.
Like, even if there are abominations still around, you'd think it'd be attacking the abominations as well. This thing's just become a wild monster.
Okay. I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on it then.
Okay, so it
And
needs to
we're
make a dex save of this. Wait, was that right, or is it? No, it's that. 22, taking half
wow.
damage. Oh, no, wait.
Okay.
No, no damage, because it's a cantrip.
Yeah.
That your turn?
I
Or are
like
you
it.
moving up?
I'm not gonna move up. No, I'm gonna stay over here because I don't like the way this guy looks now.
Okay, it is its turn. It is going to make 2 attacks. And it misses Cody both times. Uylz,
Yes.
you fire things right up on, right up behind it. Your stone guy is also not that far away.
Actually, I have a better thing. Uylz will reach out his hand and he will grab one of the creature's legs.
Okay,
And because this does work on the mind, Uylz is going to go ahead,
Is Santa trying,
going
maybe?
to cast. Uylz is going to cast Greater Restoration.
okay.
And it does work on the mind as well. So it will, if his mind is like cursed or altered, it will restore it back to its original state. I don't know if it'll restore his body because I don't know how the corruption works in that context. But I know if like it's altered his mind, it should restore it.
Uh, hmm. This is an interesting thing because it's. Make me a perception with disadvantage because you were outside while this was happening, so you'd be rushing in to try to spot it. You've quite literally, just by the looks of this thing, you get the idea that it's not so much its brain has been warped or altered, it's more its brain has been cleaved in half. Like, quite literally, the thing that was this guy's head from the sword impact split the head in half. That became its like new mandible jaws. Quite legit. This creature is as near to brainless as you could get.
Cool. Okay, and it definitely doesn't affect it biologically either.
Who do we lose then? Because I had a Dudum. Did we lose one? No, we didn't. Does it affect it biologically?
Because, for instance, Greater Restoration can affect creatures that have been altered or turned into abominations or cursed. The only exception to this are creatures born with it, but I don't know, once again, how the corruption works to DM rules.
Hmm. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this then. Odds or
Okay.
evens?
We'll do evens. Of course, that never fucking works.
No effect, unfortunately.
Sweet. Then on that end, seeing as that doesn't work, Uylz still very much high on fucking mushrooms at the moment. Totally didn't steal them from the gnomes.
Okay, that's all I'm imagining happened in the last week's session. You spent it just trying to chisel that gnome out just so you could reach a pocket and take the mushrooms.
Basically, that's really what it was. Uylz can't really do much else, but the fire creature and the rock creature right by it, right?
Yep.
Jebediah and Jethro.
Fire creature, rock creature.
Sweet. Then Jethro, the fire creature, will go ahead and make his attacks first. Okay, I've got to roll the. He's just doing the fire seed thing on him,
Okay.
which is just a simple roll. That is a 13. I doubt that hits.
That is a miss.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then it is Jebediah's turn. And Jebediah will go ahead. And I summon him at 4th level. So he gets 2 attacks.
Okay, I'm imagining he moved into close combat then.
Yes, he is moving into close
Okay.
combat. I do apologize. I thought he was already there.
Nat 20.
Nat 20, and then a 15, which is actually a 19.
The 19 will hit.
Cool. So then that is 3d10. Come on. Apologize if this is going slow. Getting
That's
back
okay.
into the. Cool. That is going to be a total of. It'll be 22 damage.
Okay.
Yep.
Oof. That was some hefty damage. Trickstem. Trickstem.
Yes.
It is your. I swear, we need next time we level you lot up, you need to take a leveling fighter or something, given how much you like doing the close-up combats recently. I mean, that hits, to be fair. For 10 damage, and also roll the charisma save. That also hits. Cast Vicious Mockery. And it needs to make a wisdom save. Which is just a straight up roll. It fails. It's got disadvantage on its next attack. He's taken in total 17 damage. There we go. The commander is... First things first, let's actually rotate her in the correct direction. She is going to hold back a bit though. She looks quite injured from her fight. So, Grace,
Mm-hmm.
it is you.
Yeah. So phew, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's as far as she can get, and she's going to use what's the distance of? Oh, actually, I'll check it. Actually, I should check that. I was going to ask what the distance of shatter is, but I'll check.
Shatter is...
A 10-foot sphere. Center point. Yeah. I assume she's in distance for shatter, right?
So shatter is so it is a 10-foot radius within 60 feet of you. So unlike Thunderwave or Thunderclap, it doesn't have to be sent on you. You can choose where it's centered at.
Okay, cool. So this thing's obviously in a this thing's obviously in a 20-foot radius as is, right? So it's like if she hit here, would that not do any damage to anybody else?
Uh,
Oh wait, wait a
It'll
minute.
do damage to just about everybody. There's no way that
Oh,
you can actually use shatter on it and not do damage to us.
oh yeah, of course. I don't know why I didn't think that would. Oh, fudge. Never mind.
also, I just realised, Trickstem, you should have had advantage, but it's fine because you hit anyway.
Yeah. Plan B gives a moment. 1 minute.
Because you've got flanking at the moment with Stormboy.
Hoi! He can't actually talk. It's just Uylz doing the voice for him.
Just Jules putting like a hand over his mouth just to talk for it so no one notices.
100 feet, 5 feet wide.
It's funny because he has a muzzle, so you can totally make out the fact that he's moving his maw. But like, it's just at the front, just like he's acting like you can't.
5 feet wide.
It's just like, oi, Jules, stop talking for it.
How does that mean? We can't prove anything. Yeah, you can't prove anything.
How come we never hear you both talk at the same time?
If Grace used, sorry, I'm just trying to figure something out because right now she can't really do much spell wise without you know,
Accidentally hurting anyone.
yeah.
Did you choose some? Hang on, let me just
I
check.
mean, Uylz will be fine.
Let me just check something
Right.
quick.
Uylz is still at full health, so Uylz will be fine.
I mean,
These furries, are they what exactly? I must have missed the memo with them. Are they still around or something? We hear them, see
No,
them.
I dropped it. Although I can cast it at least one more time because I still got the
Oh,
spell
so they're
slot.
not there now. Okay, cool.
After like probably the 7th or 8th death.
let me just check some
Right.
stuff.
Tell you what, can you see anyone next to her that looks like immediately sort of like down and out? I assume so, right? Looks like there's some people around.
The only other person that's still left that looked a bit injured around you at the moment was her down here. The commander
Right.
himself.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I mean,
Okay.
there are spells that you
Hmm.
could use to hurt this thing, like some of your cantrips are single targets. And while technically it would be
Yeah.
hurting the rock guy, Flaming Sphere wouldn't be hurting any of the player characters.
All right here.
Yeah.
All right.
Plus, if I recall right, rock people have resistance to fire. I know Trickstem does, to be fair. Tieflings
Well
have
then.
resistance to fire.
All right then. She'll cast a. Was it flaming sphere right there then?
Yeah. Can you pop that spell up first so I can check the deets on it?
Hmm.
So I'm trying to remember if it's something that stays on the field or not.
Oh wait. Oh, for goodness sake, she's not got it prepared.
Oh, never mind then.
Aw.
I
Okay,
just put
could
it up for you.
Alright.
Could you just use magic missile from where she is then? I guess.
Oh yeah, Magic Missile has a massive range.
Okay. Cool. Best things. Sorry about all that. I just was literally really stuck because everybody's like surrounding the thing.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Deals 1d4 plus to its target. So is it the magical? Oh, yeah. So for each level I cast it at, it's an extra d4, right?
Yeah. It's an extra d4 plus 1.
Right. I guess I'll cast it at 4th level.
So first level 3d4, 4d4, 5d4, 6d4 plus 6.
Coolio. D4.
18,
Nice.
okay. So
You just see like a bunch of like sparkly beam just like come into contact.
actually this is something that I found out a bit back that I just love. Apparently Magic Missile doesn't always take the shape of just like little bolts. It's different for every caster
Oh
because
yeah.
they get to personalize what the bolts look like.
Oh, okay.
So if someone wanted to, they could quite literally shoot out bolts that were shaped like tiny elephants.
That's cool.
Hot
Well,
male
for the-
tieflings.
Oh,
For that.
I'm sorry, Rebecca, but since you mentioned that, I now need to check your spell list, and I'm removing Magic Missile if it's there.
Fancy. Okay.
Good job
Real-
I'm doing
real
melee
though.
right now.
Fortnite dancing Wafflebergs.
Also, yes, I did remember Rebecca does have Magic Missile. So just imagine now just Gracie Stir firing. It's just actual sparkling like little sparkling beams and such like you'd expect Magic Missile to normally be. They say tricks to just stand up. It's just like you just hear like little things of oh. It's just like these tieflings just fire out their hands.
They just dog pile on.
I mean that does seem to be what's happening at the moment. Speaking of, it's time for Codi. So I believe she'll be going for a first bonk, a second bonk, and a nat 20.
Wow.
So let's see how much damage she does in total. $36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 44, 45. If you haven't guessed, these are the noises of a pained DM.
What, did
Oh.
she just overkill it?
It's not dead, but she
it's
did
very
like
hurt.
Oh yes, it's been left extremely hurt after that.
It just cleaved off 2 of its pinchers.
I imagine now the face is just like in quarters. Just like
Ooh.
it is Banfliff, who for those wondering, last I did remember, yes, I do actually have access to their sheet, so let's see, what can they do? Because I know they technically don't have an actual weapon, they just have spells. But is there any spells that they can do that I know? What is that? Okay, so that's 10 foot, so they'd have to get in close. 5, 10, 15, 25. They'll hop over to here. And yeah, Uylz, if you will allow Banfliff to do so, they will poke your weapon and use Shillelagh.
Yeah, Uylz will allow, but Uylz will also look up. Don't steal my shit! To everybody that says Uylz is a bad druid, no, Uylz is just the type of crazy hermit druid.
It is going to move up and miss.
Ugh.
Basic magic missile. Oh, wait, hang on. Why was that 2d4? There we go. Allo,
Eh.
it is you. This thing has not been
Okay.
having the best of days.
Should I make it slightly worse for him? I don't see freaking Miasma yet, but I assume Miasma's not going to be getting any closer than.
Does Miasma ever
So
get close in a fight?
true. So
Oh,
for so I think I will actually cast Spirit Guardians again. But
Okay,
instead of at a regular 3rd level, I'm going to cast it at 4th level.
okay, so quite literally, given how things are at the moment, you've got vision of everyone aside from Miasma, but as said, Miasma's not getting closer. So you can choose pretty much. Is it amount to certain people that you get to?
Let me throw this up because I don't think it has a set amount of people.
no,
You can designate any number of creatures, yeah. So
Oh.
yeah, you could quite literally be like, yep, no one's getting hurt aside from this thing.
I
Yeah.
absolutely love the fact. I absolutely love the fact that the fairies just come out and they're like, "Freedom, kill against blood."
I'm glad that I'm not wearing headphones.
Yes, we're very glad.
It passes, I believe, with an 18. Yes. So it's only taking half damage, so roll your damage.
Mm, so that's 4d8.
And I realise that I've got to do this again when it comes afterwards, because it'll be its turn then.
Yeah, that was a 20.
So 10.
Yeah.
Okay. And now it needs to make it again because it starts its turn here.
Ooh.
Roll your damage.
Nom, 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 nom.
Okay. So I don't think the gods really like this scorpion that gave me another 20.
I like eating scorpions.
You got another 20.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to take one action then. A legendary action sets up for when it goes down. It's going to do an all-out strike on those in combat with it,
Oh.
as it just flails its pincers and its stingers around. In it, basically, think of this as its death throws. Because yes, it had 17 HP left. You killed it. So, let me see how this thing goes first. I'll be rolling gods or evens peeps to see what they get. Odds, claws, even, stinger. So, Uylz, stinger. Which actually will miss with a 7. Your fire creature, I don't think it's going to matter too much, but let's just see. That's the claws. 18.
Yeah, that's a hit.
It's taking 16 damage.
It is dispersed because it was never alive in the first place.
Yep. Your rock boy's getting the stinger, so I doubt it's going to be affected. So we could just skip that one.
Just imagine this flailing around with all the fairies just attached, tearing it to pieces.
Una is getting. Yep, Una's actually getting hit by the claws for a lot of damage. Una is almost down. Una is extremely hurt from that. But you know, it's dead anyway, so it's fine.
Just watch it molt and become a new one.
Trickstem, you're getting stung.
Oh,
18.
yeah, that hits.
Remember, you do have shield.
I do.
Would your shield take your AC above 18? The quiet does not. Let me just see. Shield.
Yeah, it will.
Okay. So you're casting
Yeah.
that to avoid dam?
Yeah.
Okay. Codi's getting claws. And it's a nat 1. Cody hits it with the sword as soon as it tries to. Just like, no. And, yeah, the beast is dead. And you just watch it just collapse in a heap of itself, and its body just begins to bubble and melt into the ground.
Ew.
Turns to the commander. She's over here, isn't she?
Yeah, she'll slowly be approaching now that it's gone.
Yes, it would seem the immediate danger is past. We do apologise for not being able to save, well, most people.
It's fine. Some of
Oh.
them did manage to get away before this all started anyway.
Do you happen to have like a gem? Do you have a gemstone?
A gemstone.
Do you have a gemstone? It's just a very simple question.
She will actually reach to her armor, just like pull out what seems to be a ruby on a pendant. I have this.
That'll do. I can only do one though. So, who would you like to save? It can't be him. He doesn't really have a body anymore, and reincarnate. I don't want to try and do that with how his mind was. But I can very much try somebody else who hasn't been. Because I also have Revivify now, so.
She'll look around at the bodies. Some of them, yeah, it's quite clear they've been killed by the abominations. Some of them, it looks like they've just died to many tiny bites and scratches. I suppose, and she'll move over to this body here. Nathaniel will do.
Okay, I guess we'll do that.
Pamphlet moved by himself.
Yeah, because Raka's
We
here now.
haven't been paying
Oh, hi,
Uh,
Raka.
He's been here since the final. You'll go ahead. And you will
Sorry, I was
leave.
late. I was building my new desk. I'm waiting for the monitor to come in too, but I was building my new desk and I fucked up and I put one side of the desk in the wrong direction, so I had to undo the entire side of the desk and then put it back on.
Okay. It's okay, no worries. So, if I recall right, Revivifies the
It is the cleric one where it just revives them with 1 hit point.
Oh, okay. No from roll chart.
Yeah, that's reincarnate. But I'm a wildfire. Revivify.
Okay. Who have been pinged then?
Also, there's like one dude alive. Yeah, this is one dude.
Oh, he was there because that's the guy that turned into a scorpion. He was there for turn tracking.
Oh, cool. But yeah, so he will take the ruby and he will revive Nathaniel at 1 hit point. To which he will then also, because he's not a total jerk and doesn't want his hard work to be done, he will also then just, you know what, fuck it. If he dies again, it's his own fault. Afterwards, Uylz will just like he will just take the ruby, put it on his staff, raise his staff up into the air, and then he'll just start beating the corpse until it revives itself. You wake the fuck up! Wake up!
It's just beating the spirit back into the body.
I command you! Just continually beating into like it's just like a cough, a gurgle, and then some breath. And even then, there's just a little bit of like poking just to make sure. And then if he stirs, Uylz just looks up at the person, okay, and then just walks off.
Yep,
The root does get consumed by itself, so she will not be getting that back.
It takes a moment, and then you just see like the body begin to twitch, and then just the loudest gasp of air as he finally inhales and looks around. Is it over?
No. Welcome to hell. You're in the first layer. You're hi. Welcome to Purgatorium. My name is Uylz, and no, I'm fucking kidding. You're alive. Congratulations! You're alive.
He'll slowly look around. He'll look to the commander, and then just to the battle scene. Looks like we were losing that fight. Yeah, pretty much until these lots came.
You weren't losing. You were tactically stalling.
I mean, tactically stalling only works if we know help's coming.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like, Pokey Pokey Lady told us about this place, so, like, I mean, also, big question, because, like, obviously you guys were not ready. Who the hell are you guys? Like, you're the Resistance, right?
Yes.
So, like, but where do you come from? That's something that we didn't really ask the other lady.
We've been taking members from all 4 of the different corners. Just anybody that was sick of the rule or sick of the way things were down here. That's why
Cool.
that's why we had to evacuate a lot of us. Not all of us were fighters, unfortunately.
Yeah, that is kind of obvious. Not meaning to be rude on that end, but it is a little bit obvious. But did they just overtake you, or was one of yours already corrupted?
They just overtook us. They came from the east.
The east.
Somebody remind me which one's in the east. Is that the dog?
Uh, you know what? It's been
No,
so
that's
long.
not the dog. It's the changeling. The changeling's to the east. He's
No.
to the northeast.
To the north, it's more along the lines of the forts towards the southeast. So, yeah, the dog would be the closest.
Well, we should probably prioritize finding where these horrible beasties came from. I would say
We
after this.
kind of already know where they came from. I'm assuming they are part of the corrupted army of the City of Strength. Yeah.
Indeed.
Huh. See.
So, what'd you guys do to piss them off? Besides, being a resistance, like nobody just sends a bunch of walking fucking behemoths into like what you guys do?
What we did, just be here. They need more bodies. They came to get more bodies.
Um, cool. So that's a thing that we're gonna have to do. Do you bury your dead?
Uh, if they haven't been infected, yes. If they have been infected, we tend to put them on a pyre.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and just gonna Jebediah. Can you start rounding up the bodies? We're just gonna burn them all just to make sure. If you have any final words, it'll take a couple minutes, but if you have any final words, feel free to let them know before I burn them. Other than that, my associates here, except for the big tree because it's a tree and probably won't be anywhere near the fire, will be answer any questions that you have so long as you answer questions they have. Thank you again for using the Devil Darlings Rescue Service, and we hope you have a wonderful day.
Well, I do have one question.
What?
Why do some of the bodies have tiny bite marks rather than, the usual creatures? Those things weren't biting people, they were attacking with their blades. And even if they were biting, they wouldn't have these tiny bites and scratches.
Fuck if I know. Rats, weevils, weird little high gnomes that walk about. You have one in your wall.
What?
Like, yeah. His name was, I don't remember his name, but he had a family and children, I think. Anyways, quite tragic. But yeah, middle of battle, a lot of shit happens. Probably the corpses were gnawed upon by some rats. Fuck if I care. Just at the end of the day, human resources doesn't give a shit. I'm
Uh,
human resources, by the way. Well, kobold resources, dragon resources.
Allo,
Yeah.
Hmm?
Roll me a wisdom check. Let's see if you can work it out. Not an intelligence, sorry. Let's see if you can work it out.
Let's say wisdom.
Wisdom would be more you've already seen the ship before and all. Intelligence is, let's see if this is.
It's a 13.
You don't think it's rats, because rats would have actually started eating them. But at the same time, you're not quite sure that what it is. You don't know it's sheer fairies, basically.
Nobody tell her.
You'll secretly know.
No, that was the fairy. Uylz is gonna go with Jebediah out of this conversation and start piling the bodies up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just one fairy from the spells hanging around.
I guess.
Allo
Well,
now.
obviously, Grace will ask. Just were the Grace will ask about the abominations. One about them being an army, like as in like a mass force kind of thing. It was my question.
Yes. Yes. To the southeast, the sector of strength, there used to be the army, the main might of the four. And of
Right.
course, basically their giant sector in the southeast was like just one big barracks. Used to be some of the finest warriors as well until that happened.
Right. Sounds like that place should definitely get prioritized. Well, certainly wouldn't want any more creatures trying to any more horrid creatures attacking. What's your next plan of action exactly? Just knuckle down or something? Because I'd set up some defenses.
So,
Not them trying to.
say our prayers to the I am coming through someone's mic from there, sorry. Say
Mm.
our prayers to the fallen. See if the survivors made it, those that we managed to evacuate, and then try and repair.
Of course. Which way did the survivors go? Maybe the rest of us could look at the surrounding party. Maybe the rest of us could try to pick up a trail or something.
They went to the west.
Are they quite ahead of us by now? I was like, maybe we could.
They started leaving when this all started happening, so they'd be a good days ahead of you by now.
Got some distance then.
Indeed.
Right, I see. Right. Well, I'll go and I think. Well, looks to the party. Well, these people have been attacked and smited. Something horrible. I think. I assume this issue and the task surrounding it is our priority, right? After we've obviously done after we've you know after we've obviously done the conducted the appropriate ceremonies to see their souls off.
Well, if people don't mind, we could rest here for the night maybe, just to make sure that there isn't a wave two. Plus, I'm kind of bleeding here quite profusely.
Yeah, we should probably rest.
Right. Oh no, sorry, of course. Great idea. Sorry, I'm not quite leadership material. And the transformation of that poor man into the scorpion creature is still sort of fresh in my head. Resting would be
Is
ideal, yes.
His name was David. I don't know if that was his actual name, but that's what I'm calling him.
Actually, yes. Actually, yes, it was. Also, is it bad that I'm just getting used to seeing these kind of things by now?
Maybe.
Either way. Let me just work this out quickly. Banflip has teleported.
Hey, I do have an ability that allows me to teleport. I'm just not using it. He's just walking out.
Okay.
It's a nice night for a stroll.
It
It's
just
a
ends
nice
up by
night for a curse.
saying, just ends up by just saying, my condolences and let's get some rest, basically.
I will say this, if you want to. Grace, Uylz, Trickstem, and Allo,
Oh.
you four can make me a wisdom check. Uh, I'll say Banflip could as well.
Oh, no, I'm all good. I'm all good.
Okay. I'll say Banflip could as well. In the distance. No, right.
No.
That
When
actually
you're-
works as well, given that Banflip walked off.
When your DM's like, you want in on this? No. Oh, no. Let them have it.
Trickster, you're not too sure. Everyone else, given that they were walking to the west and the places you've been, you think the most likely place they've gone to is that underground bunker you found.
Oh, okay.
Underground
So,
bunker.
safe, right?
Oh, that's sorry.
Sorry, I have a bad memory. What was the bunker again? Was this the one that
That's where you found the abomination sitting in the freezer.
Yeah.
Guess
I was thinking that's the one.
actually lock the door again.
Right. So it's safe but not safe for them there, basically. It's kind of a bit of both.
It's safe as long as they don't try and defrost it.
Right. Yeah, she just just sort of thinks back. It's like they're probably at they're probably at the bunker we found your soldiers, the ones who ran. Looks just sort of looks at the group. They wouldn't by chance discover and defrost that the creature in there, would they? You think?
My men are anything but stupid. I
Oh,
doubt they'd see something like that and try and unfreeze it.
of course. I
I hope.
accidents happen is all. I wasn't obviously was not trying to call them stupid or anything.
Meanwhile, over in the bunker, they're all there with lit torches just peering in.
Just poking it.
All drop the torches at once.
It becomes like I'm just thinking of that scene from Shaun of the Dead, except they're hitting it with torches and to the baseball bats.
Quite literally, you've just got the makings of the thing over there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, well, good news is they're safe then.
Yep. So,
I mean,
oh, go on.
oh no, sorry. She just ends up by saying, "In the meantime, we should all probably get some rest, as suggested, and obviously and of course my condolences for your losses." And then she meekly sort of like steps away.
Yep. So, Uylz and your pals help gather the bodies up. I'd say you'd be doing it more along the lines of here-ish. Just where it's not going to set the fort on fire. Where you just build the pyre and just set the bodies on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And while that's happening, everyone else is just being tended to if they've got any wounds or any needs.
I'll say Grace will just whilst it's burning, Grace will just like stand, just standing at the fire for a while.
I'm going to say it's Barfault. It's Nathaniel that's doing all the most of the legwork with helping you out. The commander seems to be a bit busy at the moment in the main building.
So, anybody got some final words?
Well, I could probably think of a few. We're dreadfully sorry we couldn't reach you all in time, and we assure you that your deaths will be avenged, and that this army will uh, 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 fall out of character. Stammering on the word fall though was a nightmare. Yeah, that's
This army will be obliterated.
There we go. Just a little campfire going. And yes, the night will pass without too much commotion. As you're all led to some bunkers to get some sleep. Aside from Bamflith, who is still outside and is now a tree.
Do we get all spell slots back after a long rest?
Yep, spell slots back. Get your rest. Get healed up.
Cool. I healed from 6
How
to
does it
6
work with a long rest? Do we spend hit die, or is it just a
It's just a full heal.
It's a full heal.
Oh, I hate my stamina so much. I don't get for a little in-character speech.
Just check Miasma to get her spell slots back up. Did she take any damage? Nope, so that's fine. Okay, I feel like I need to point something out now that I just spotted on Miasma's sheet that makes me laugh. In the personality traits, the top line, lightning is pretty and I often stare out of windows or look up to the sky during a thunderstorm so I can catch a glimpse of it. Also, I need to make a wisdom save every time lightning happens.
Excuse me.
It's a love-hate relationship. It's fine.
So, as morning comes by, you'll wake up to the smell of rations being cooked. They don't really have too much in the line of food at the moment here. So they're able to make do with what they have for breakfast for you all. Just wanted to say thank you again for last night. The boss kind of filled me in on what's happened, and especially thank you to you, Uylz, I believe it is.
Yeah, sorry, I'm still on the mushrooms. I'm coming down now. Yeah, no, you're welcome. I totally did a lot of things during that fight. Totally did space out.
Well, it's more for bringing me back.
Oh, that, yeah, no, totally. Yeah, congratulations on the second chance.
Actually, third chance at this point.
Cool. Don't make it a fourth.
I got lucky with the first one and the second one. Well, with the first comeback and the second comeback. Although this is the first time I actually managed to keep my form upon being brought back.
So we wish you luck on any further endeavours. And do we have a way of keeping in contact? Didn't somebody have a ring or something, or an earpiece?
Anyway, keeping in contact. We generally just tend to keep in contact via messenger hawks.
Right.
Although there was something that the more scientific ones from the southwest were working on, but they only had prototypes to work with. Some kind of like gear communication thing.
Oh, something like Uylz is just going to run over to Cody and just going to rummage through Cody's pockets. I imagine Cody's like trying to punch him as he's just dodging as he grabs the gear map
I would have
thing.
laughed if
we have.
that's the time when Dion came into the chat.
That would have been amazing. And this is also definitely not payback for the fact that she stole it from me when I wasn't on. And Uylz is just going to take it. Something like this.
Yeah, I believe that's the kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just. Uylz is going to turn it on. Habba dabba da.
Yep. It will whir to life. And the hologram pops out. And Smitty's just there, just tending to the creatures in the arena. Oh, yes.
That was the thing I meant.
Hey, you get any like refugees or anything down there recently, or do you have any room for people down there?
We don't have any, well, uh, we've had word that we've got some coming, some small red panda creatures, was it?
I don't remember honestly. Like a lot's happened. That's a Cody thing. Um, I guess. Yeah, you might be getting small red panda creatures. They may try to eat you. Just give them food. Um, but you wouldn't happen to have like a safe spot and maybe a couple more like technological communicators and stuff for some of the Viva la Resistance individuals.
The resistance. Oh, that's what that smoke was. Yes, I should be able to get something whipped up. Just give me a moment. And you'll see him just pick up the device, just walk over to like a nearby console, and just like start hammering a few runes. And what seemed to be small little cameras switch on that are inside the bunker, and you can see the refugees just huddled up inside, keeping away, well, keeping a nice distance away from the freezer. That the door is just open and some of them just staring horrified into it.
You know they
Uh,
could close the door if they wanted.
what was that? Sorry.
You know they could close the door if they really wanted to.
Make me a perception.
Okay. That's a dirty 20.
Do you know, like when you leave the freezer door open for too much and that the ice makes it hard to close it again?
Eh.
That.
Ah.
Yeah, I see the refugees down there. If I send a couple of people out there, we should be able to get them back here.
Cool. Also, if like um if you can no, you know what, no, you're doing enough. I'm getting off track with these thoughts. You're good. Yeah, we're just gonna this is good. By the way, how's things been going for you? Like everything going okay down there? Like any
Uh,
issues?
yeah, everything seems to be fine. Just a few temper tantrums from the small one here. And he'll just like turn the device to face breakfast.
No, breakfast. No temper tantrums. No, you give temper tantrums, and the longer that you throw temper tantrums, the longer that Trickstem's my bitch.
Also,
Hey, Trickstem, say hi to your child.
hi Dion, hi Zach. But yeah,
What happened? What happened to the scorpion?
Dead.
I've been kind of out of it since the fort.
you're still in the fort.
Oh, we're still here?
Trickstem, you can see. Do you know like ferrets where they do like the little anger stomp?
Yeah.
She's kind of doing that with her front paws, and then she sees you and she just cheers up.
Oh, I'm so happy she's okay. That has relieved me so much. Please keep her safe still. I love you and miss you.
We also had a message recently as well that don't know if this pertains to any of you lots. It's apparently from someone guarding the entrance to this place. From like,
Steve?
yes, I believe that's the name. Uh, it's very hard to make out. It looks like it's been drawn with someone with a pen in their mouth.
Well, he is a goose.
Yeah, he's a goose.
A goose.
Look,
Yeah, he's a
look,
goose.
We're gonna be very honest here. The gods and the nations of the world were very unprepared for a lot of shit and didn't want to prepare and didn't really have an army to send or anything to secure the place. So we had to leave a goose, but don't worry, he's a highly trained attack goose. Despite the fact that he's not actually a goose, he's a goose person. But he's very efficient. What'd the message say?
The message just said that he's been seeing some suspicious activity up the top. Um, there was the whole thing of the people bringing some kind of fancy wizard down, but by the sounds of it, that could be a friend here that's just arrived last night.
Oh, the
Yeah.
ice cream wizard. Yeah. How's he doing, by the way?
Bit shaken up, but he's fine enough. He's currently actually toying around with a lot of the technology upstairs.
Cool. Be careful. He might cause brain freeze.
I want some joy flavored ice cream when this is over.
He also, your goose friend there also mentioned some suspicious activity from just a few people that seem to be lurking around the outside.
Uh-huh. Anything
Yeah,
in
that's-
specific?
That's to
Potential
be expected.
changelings.
That's to be expected.
Yeah.
If you can, tell him to send if he can, or if you can get word. Cody, is it? Where do the fucking ninjas live at?
I thought they all died.
Did they all die?
It was the leader that died. Quite a few of them survived.
Oh, then they're all in Tome?
Yes.
Yeah, there's some ninjas, and then there's also like I don't know. There's some cave people somewhere that owe us, and then there should also be like a casino dude that probably doesn't want his casino ruined at all, and would probably like to get the efficiency and money of saving the world. If you could just have him contact them, together they'd pretty much make a defensive army. Oh, also there's these gargoyle dudes that apparently the changelings can turn into, but the gargoyles are efficient, and I've learned, hopefully, that when they look at somebody and it doesn't register in their mind that they're the same damn person, that it's not the same damn person. Yeah, if they could get one of the gargoyles and maybe somebody called fucking Sphinx and send some maybe like Earth dudes, I don't know. There's a lot of people that we could ask for help.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that owe us.
Yeah, so if you could get some word out to these people and just, I don't know, maybe have them make their own coalition army on the outside to keep the fucking changelings from coming in or some shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, also there's also this bitch that's, I'm not even sure if she's on this content, but I've been told about her several times. What's her fucking name? What's the name of the dragonborn person that you told me about, Cody?
Oh, I can't remember.
Dragonborn person? Oh,
I think they
Samara?
weren't a dragonborn.
Yeah.
They were a Olivia.
No, your old
Yeah.
character.
Unless
I don't
you guys
know.
actually are talking about Samara.
We are talking about Samara. And yes, Uylz knows who Samara is because you have talked to her about him. But yeah, Uylz is just gonna start naming off people that just basically for him to get in contact with to help Steve.
Also, there's other Kroger. There's Kroger.
Yeah, there's Kroger. There's the fish people. Oh, and then there's the other kobold people as well that also owe us. You know, just out army the army essentially.
I
This
feel
entire fucking island owes us.
I feel like
yeah.
I feel like now I need to put together a list of armies you could try and get in contact with for help. Just so I go like,
Yeah,
okay, now send these people up to places and such.
That's essentially what I'm getting. Like Uylz is getting at because it's like we left a fucking goose.
Oh
We
god,
left a single goose to guard the fucking wall. Meanwhile, there's an entire like system of factions that haven't done fucking shit. And Uylz is just like, these people obviously don't want to see the fucking world end. So like, get their asses down here too. Get them at least to the gate to secure the gate and make sure nothing comes in and nothing goes out, except for us and other peeps.
I get congratulations, you've unlocked tower defense mode.
It's just like,
Essentially,
no, it's just Dragon Age. We're just doing Dragon Age Origins at this point.
basically. But Uylz will then just be like, also, by the way, if how's the new body? Any issues?
No, none so far. No, been having to get used to going to the bathroom again, but that's about it.
Okay, TMI. He's gonna hang up.
Quick, hunt the you. Quick, there you go. There's your chance, Ranna.
Samara just materializes out of nowhere and just puns you.
Mozzie's just in her backpack. Where the fuck are we? Where are we?
I heard someone talking shit.
Oh god, yeah, because I forgot Samara had the
Yeah,
skeleton and the other two.
Sorry to like derail for a second, but I literally just found someone called Kuiper on Leoden. I
So,
fought against them in the tournament.
as you're all doing that, and as soon as you hang up, the commander will exit the building with what seems to be a few stacks of paper under her arm.
Oh, she's the new commander. I was gonna say, I thought he died.
What?
Nothing.
Innocent Cody face.
No, what? No, I'm the commander.
Who was the other guy?
My right-hand man.
I thought he was like your captain or something.
Isn't that what a captain is to a commander?
Yeah, but I thought he was in charge.
No, I'm in charge.
Weird.
Ah, cat. Either way, I found something that's maybe of some use for you from back in my day.
Gimme.
Back in your day. Back in my day.
Back in your day. I'm going now because I'm again high on mushrooms again.
Oh, if you need more, let me know.
I'm not eating your filthy feet mushrooms.
They're actually not my filthy feet.
You're filthy.
I'm sorry, but it's all organic.
You're filthy.
She will pull a small crate to one side and lay out the papers, just roll them out.
Hmm.
And
Grabby hands, Cody.
you'll see what seems to be a large, the blueprints of a large fortress on them.
Fort, is this where Dog Boy is?
Indeed. I don't think they'll have made any modifications since I left, given their mental states now.
I mean, to be fair, I was just gonna go right up and challenge him.
To do that, you'd be having to wade through the entire army. Don't get me
So you're
wrong. I'm pretty sure that you would do that anyway, but... What was that, sorry?
So you're telling me that the army and this individual who has based his entire existence off of getting stronger and stronger would not like to show his own personal strength to prove himself to his own army, that there is indefinitely nobody stronger than him?
We did
I
hear that
mean,
he was kind of that way.
that is the weirdest part of it all. Normally he would be at the forefront back in, well, back in his glory days. But since this has all gone down, he's rarely been seen.
So what I'm hearing is he's dying or losing strength.
Oh, he's a coward.
Or something's happened to him.
Or like all the others, he's being controlled by another individual that I will say no name, mostly because we don't know his name, but yeah.
That too.
Could be. But also, I'm gonna fight this Dog Boy.
What, are you gonna make him your bitch?
Yes.
Teleports.
That's how me and Freely became friends.
Either way, if
Cool.
you're lucky to get in there without too much hassle, there is a slight break in the defenses that we knew of.
Mm-hmm.
The sewers.
You.
I mean, it'll cut out a lot of the legwork, a lot of the having to fight through the army, and probably pop up behind them all if they're expecting you at the front gate.
You're saying that to creatures with extremely sensitive senses of smell.
I mean, back in the... Exactly.
No, us.
Oh. I was about to say, that's one reason why they'd avoid the sewers, given the sensitive smell, but...
It burns.
Well, there's probably other ways we could try and think of to sneak you in, but...
I'm not saying no, I'm just saying it sucks.
Well, at the moment, it's either that or the front gate, and...
Ah!
Weaken yourselves up entirely before the fight.
I mean, if the sewers gives us the element of surprise, then can't we just? But can't we just deal with it? Can't we just deal with it for that sort of length of time, or is it just that bad for some of us?
You're just a normie. You don't have our noses.
To be fair, as a kobold, who as a reptile who does technically smell via my tongue, I do have to agree with Cody on this one. That and one of the big things is that these things, obviously being more primal, they probably have heightened sense. And as like, yeah, you would think the sewers would cover it, but like we get up top and we smell of sewage, that's not going to cover shit. In fact, it's going to make us smell like shit, and they'll be able to sense us. Now I could light their sewer on fire, which would create a chain reaction that would end up burning down the entire city due to the mixture of methane gases and whatnot.
Sounds like a bad idea.
That one's a no.
Yeah,
Fucker.
bit of overkill.
Plus,
Nobody
the
lets me
fortress
do
is
shit.
mainly stone. Stone doesn't tend to set on fire that easily.
Stone, no, but stone keeps the fire on the inside.
So this leaves the front. This leaves the front gate to our
No,
option.
there are other ways.
Indeed, I just need to work them out.
That or we could just like drop on their heads.
An aerial assault, you're saying?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of a way we can do that easy enough.
Codi
I
just
don't
loads herself.
really.
Codi just loads herself into one of these ballistas and fires herself off with it.
I mean, Cody would. I wouldn't put it past her.
What's
Gotta
the
Legends of
what's the
Zelda
layout of this
in
place?
the
Could we
barrel
sneak
and
in?
then launch them.
Not via not via the sewers, just in general.
I mean,
Potentially, if you could find another weakened spot to sneak in, but you need a good distraction.
Right.
I mean, there's also like you've got to imagine that not everyone here is that proficient in sneaking. I mean, I'm not too bad at it, but I'm thinking more the giant walking tree.
I mean, in his defense, he's good at camouflage.
Very good at camouflage, but I also have other traits that keep me much better hidden than a small rabbit.
I mean, couldn't a giant tree
Don't call me a rabbit!
Oh, my dear, but I love all things in nature, even the fog.
Couldn't
I would. Oh, sorry.
She says, couldn't Bam. She struggles on pronouncing your name. Sorry, Bamflith. Couldn't Bamflith act as the distraction in that case then? Big tree. A lot of destruction.
I mean, they could just fire at Banfleth in that case. That doesn't seem too healthy.
Not for a tree, no. Good point.
And I doubt that Banfleth is as tough as I am.
I mean,
right.
If we needed a distraction,
Right.
we do have 4 options.
What?
Una just walks over, she says that.
What do you mean 4?
We could ask the red pandas.
Didn't we already send them to Smitty?
We did. That just makes them easier to get in contact with.
Guess so.
We could ask the remaining rebels here. Or we could ask...
We'd be asking an already depleted force to run into what is almost certain death.
We could ask the druids. Not the druids, the religious zealots.
Again,
They don't seem like the fighting kind.
they're not. They're pacifists.
What about the gnomes?
Guys,
I think that would just be cruel. I don't think they'd know what's going on.
No, we could. No, this is like, what's the one thing that motivates the gnome?
Mushrooms?
Why are there 2 pamphlets?
What's the one thing?
I found the other one, and I was going to make the joke that Banflith sprouted. He had a little sproutlet. It's another little Banflith. The destruction.
So the one thing that motivates them is mushrooms. What do the abominations have as far as they will be concerned when we tell them?
Mushrooms?
Yeah, these gnomes are magical little shits. Like, they're not normal gnomes. They're magical little shits. They all teleport into there. They start fucking causing chaos and burning everything to the ground.
But
like,
the last one teleported into a wall.
Yes, there will be casualties, but they'll get mushrooms and they'll be happy and everything will be okay. Except there aren't mushrooms there. But
I'm not sure how I feel about using a force of people who just can't consent. They're not all mentally there to consent to this.
I mean, there's also always the option that, like, I don't know. We didn't.
Can I? Kind of pulls out her bag of tricks. Can I pull a bird out of this thing?
What do you need a bird for?
To fly in.
You see a hawk fly off into the distance from the outside wall of the fortress towards the other place.
It's like,
that's right, bitches. I'm a druid, motherfuckers. I have wild shape. Bye.
Wait, what?
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 I'm already gone. I can't hear you. I'm flying away now.
That's the what part? Either way.
And has flown off towards the fort.
The only bird I can summon is an axe beak. But I just had a great idea. What if I throw these fuzzy things over the walls?
Just looks curiously at the things you refer to as fuzzy things.
Oh yeah, they come out as little balls of fluff, and when I throw them, they become animals.
Sort of like chuckles at that, like, really?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds what a peculiar piece of magic. I kind of like that.
I would show you, but I don't want to waste them. I only get 3 a day.
Oh no, of course, no, it's fine. That's oh, of course. That sounds really entertaining. I'd be down for that. Down to see that.
Like, I could toss it over the walls, and then the animals could be causing a distraction. Imagine a giant axe beak just running around after these abomination soldiers, like, ah!
You've given us time to slip through and get to the main enemy. Granted, we obviously we may have to still fight a few on the way, but we'll definitely like half our enemy lot, if not more. Plan.
Plus the tree already left.
Out of character, where is has Bamflip actually just walked off, or is it just
gone?
So Bamflip wild tripped into that hawk and flew off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so yeah, oh yeah, that was actually yeah, I did hear that bit. I just right. Yeah, so Grace just cottoned down, looks to this guy. Is he coming back? Or is he just gone ahead?
I don't know.
I'm not too sure.
Either way, we should probably go catch up. He might get himself hurt.
Well,
He's a tree. I'm not entirely certain he can feel pain.
and even if he can, it's like he charged in without the plan.
Right. But we might could probably use him on our side. You know, big tree and all.
Yeah,
I don't
definitely. But
someone.
running in headfirst and blind after the tree, who is currently a bird, and we don't exactly know where they've gone, is literally suicide.
Right. He could be running into what we would end up running into as well. That's mean. Fair point all
Plus, he
around.
can fly.
All right. I mean, we'll just have to hope we. I just hope we see him again. In the meantime,
I'm gonna look at these plans.
Okay.
I'm a cartographer. That's one of my things. So, can I see anywhere else on this map where we could theoretically sneak in?
Okay, so make me an intelligence check with advantage for being a cartographer. Given cartography is more for maps, not blueprints, but it kind of has the same feel to it. So you give it a good study. You take a bit to just note everywhere. There's the sewers, obviously, that have been pointed out. You are correct in the fact that if you flew over there, there are open areas in some parts open to the elements where you could drop in. There also seems to be. Okay, how best put this? Given that these blueprints were made while this thing was being constructed rather than how it is now, those two are the only ones that come to mind, but you do see some notes that she has made on the thing itself, saying that the western wall seems to be a bit damaged.
We could try the western wall.
Given the entrance is on the... Oh wait, sorry, the eastern wall's damaged, the western wall's the entrance. I just had to work it out then.
Eastern wall's damaged.
Yeah.
Well, we could try the eastern wall. It's apparently damaged.
It'd have to take a lot of force to break it open, but it is an option.
I'm all force.
With our little distractions, we should have time to break that down.
So, like, say we go to the west side first. Or actually, Uylz! Uylz!
What's up?
Can you fly?
Technically?
Can you wild shape too?
I mean, yeah, technically.
So, if I give you the 3 fluff balls, and we get to the eastern wall, you could change into a bird, fly over, and drop them near the western wall.
I mean, yeah. I can also summon some elementals over there. Well, no, actually, no. I'd get to. Well, no, yeah, I'd be able to summon elementals. It doesn't matter. So, well, no, I wouldn't. I'd be in bird form. But the same thing still applies.
Yeah. So we could do that. That way we don't really have to split up too much.
I mean, if you wanted to bring that up, Allo, you could do.
Oh no, she's thinking of the other thing that I'm mentioning to you in the DMs.
Okay.
Obviously.
So yeah, those that notice, Allo's looking between her little obsidian horse in the mirror.
Obsidian wall.
There is the other thing we could do, but I'd feel bad about asking about it.
What?
The chimera.
That requires us for it to wait till it gets here, though.
I've got a question about polymorph. Does it include? Is it just like animals, or can it include elementals and stuff as well, or what does it include?
It's beasts.
Beasts. Okay.
Anything with the beast subtype is what you can
And
become.
you have to have seen it.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, right. Okay.
Which means, unfortunately, I can't let you all get away with becoming T-Rexes.
I
If Ilu couldn't become a T-Rex, none of you lot could become a T-Rex unless you see one.
No, that's fine. I wasn't gonna ask.
I know someone who's seen one and could draw them a picture.
I've seen one in hell.
Yeah, so like we got two people that can draw them pictures. Quick, somebody summon Whisper.
Out of
Hmm.
slight curiosity. You don't know. No. I'll save it for later.
I mean,
So,
oops, sorry, go on. I interrupted you.
so we good with that plan?
Sounds pretty solid to me. Yeah, that I think that would work for sure.
Cool. Let's get going before they die.
Absolutely. I second that.
Okay.
Allo, did you just squeak?
I'm not a mouse, Uylz. I don't squeak.
I just heard you make like a small little noise, and I thought it was a squeak.
No, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Okay, so as you gather your stuff up and prepare to leave, Miasma will look to you all and just mention that she is going to. She'll be right behind you. She's just going to stay to help do some last repairs up here.
Okay.
And as she says that, you can see her quite literally patting one of the ballistas.
Mm-hmm.
Just as a way of, just in case Miasma can't get to next week's as well. That's the reasoning why.
Right.
Also, while this is going on and you all prepare to leave, Banfliff,
Yay.
make me an investigation check. Given I saw what you was doing with Banfliff.
Investigation. 6.
Oof. You can't tell really as you scout the area ahead of what their plans are. You just see them maneuvering about the place. You see one or two people being dragged in, but that's about it. You can't tell if there's any strategy to their movements.
So he's just gonna fly around and scout out the entirety of the area outside and from what he can see inside, and wait for the others. Yeah.
Okay.
And then when he sees the others, he'll meet up with them. But yeah, for right now, he's just doing those things.
So, I believe this is where I will need to drag people back over to a map that you haven't seen for a bit. Where else is down here? You're down here now. I'm trying to remember what some of these icons were now. I know that's the bunker, I know that's the fort. I believe that's where the mushroom patch is that the gnomes told you about, and that's where the mushrooms live. Not the mushrooms, where the gnomes live. So, would take you roughly the rest of the day to get there, so you'll be arriving late afternoon, just as it's starting to go dark.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Is it Or sorry, we've arrived as it gets dark, right? Or
Give me un momento.
Hmm.
What do you mean stop loading up the random counter chart?
Normally, I would have said I'd like to have rested before we went to do this, but then
You have
go
rested.
flying off. Oh, okay.
Yes, we did.
You spent the night there.
Okay, so I'm back up to full.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm so tired. I wanted to rest. Oh, we did rest. Okay.
I wasn't here for that part.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to ignore that roll and just do something else. Otherwise, that could have bad results. As apparently on the random forest chart, that 19 would have been a young green dragon.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we'll be fine.
I mean, we're level 9, so technically it won't be the worst fight, would it?
Probably not, but you've just had combat. I'd rather not be a case of you fought the boss, you've beat the boss, you've done a little bit of planning. Right, next boss.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
instead, I'm gonna make you all make me a perception.
Perception.
I see everything.
1 moment. Being slow. Getting
So,
online.
Banfliff, you're gonna see something different than the rest of them because you're still over the fort. This is like on the way to the fort for them.
Oh, okay.
One
No.
minute.
Whoop.
I have to navigate to the character sheet.
What did you get, Santa?
Eh.
I'm sorry. Much like my character, I fucking spaced out. What was I supposed to roll? Perception?
Perception.
I apologize.
That's okay. I'm being bitten by a cat.
Oh no.
Anyway,
Jesse's voice actor died.
Jesse.
Wait, what?
Jesse from Pokemon.
Japanese dub or English dub?
English.
Damn.
Sad time. Sad times. Hmm.
This wasn't okay. Sorry about that. It's just one of those things. It's like, oh yeah, no, this person passed away, and it's very sad, yeah, and it's tragic loss. But it's also a case of, yeah,
I know.
how do I get back to the game now?
Yeah, I mean,
I know
Without
the,
looking like a dick.
obviously. I wasn't expecting a dialogue to open about it.
Yeah.
Right there.
I also know that the lady that plays as Officer Jenny
Mm-hmm.
died, I think, last year as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then I looked up for Jesse's VA, but I'm actually not seeing anything about it. Hold on. Sorry, continue. I apologize. I'm
It's okay.
curious about
Her name's Diana Perez.
Yeah.
So, as you're all making your way there, Trickstem, you don't notice anything too much. Everyone else, though, aside from Bethel, because you see something different, you see tracks, like large creature-like footsteps, which you assume to be the abominations, but also like marks where someone looks like they've been dragged along. There's like several of these drag marks. Banfliff, you can see several rows of them gathering at the front gates. and just waiting.
Pamphlet is going to keep a very weathered eye out for the others as he kind of like spots the fort and then kind of starts flying a little bit lower to the trees looking for the rest of them.
You'll eventually see him coming out, yes.
He's going down to them and he's unwild shaping as he like lands on the ground. But he has to do it obviously way higher than the ground because he's way bigger, so and he just like ploops down. We probably shouldn't go through the front door or anything of the sort with the front door.
Why is it heavily guarded?
You could say that. An entire army looks a bit heavy for heavily guarded, but...
Right, okay.
I mean, it really all depends on your perception of the situation.
Well, we need to get around to the... Was it the east side of this place? So, have you seen any... What... obviously, you've been here... somewhat longer. Have you seen any patrols or anything around the walls? Or
Other than the people walking out of character, other than the people walking around, I'm not sure.
Okay, that's what that was. The whole Pokemon dub thing with Jesse's VA.
Yeah.
It's the Latin America dub.
Oh, right.
Anyway.
So did he see any, like, patrols or anything on the eastern side of the wall while he was flying around?
Not too much. Mainly because the eastern side seems to be very close to the wall itself of this place.
Well, then. From what I've seen, my dear, not much. Just a few people walking around every once in a while, and the large amount of people standing at the front door.
Well, we were thinking of going in through the eastern wall. So, like, we were gonna cause a distraction at the western side and go in through the east while they're all kind of, distracted.
I mean, I could do a distraction at the front gate. I think I have a few dazzling tricks up my sleeve, and he kind of does like jazz hands.
I mean, I was gonna throw my fluff balls.
I would save them. I think you'll need them later.
Why?
You never know, my dear. 1,000 things happen every day.
not the best time for riddles, Banfliff.
The best time, what, my dear?
The fluff balls.
I mean, if you can cause a distraction at the front gate as well, though, and we can still go around, and then a bunch of us can still go around to the western side. That's just a distraction from the front and from the west. Means less guards on us. So works for the best, right?
I guess
How
so.
wide is the door, by the way, Leigh?
What was that, sorry?
I said how wide the gateway.
How many about it did you say, sorry?
I was just wondering how wide the gateway was.
How wide? Probably like 15 by 15 foot square opening.
Oh, good. Then I have the perfect thing for that. Let's play hide and seek.
the best way to describe it is, do you like how the science area just looked like a giant technological city? The religious area looked like some kind of large temple at the end. This quite literally just looks like your large medieval castle.
Yeah, but if the front gate's only 15 by 15, like wide and width and style, Banfliff is willing to stand at the front door with the fuzzy thing.
Okay, so is that the plan?
Huh?
To have Banfliff stand there with the fuzzy things ready to drop them while you all go to the other wall.
Sure.
I'm gonna knock on the front door, dear.
Oh, the door.
I'm going to give you the 3 fluff balls.
Also say, just drop them on the floor. They'll become random things.
So
Wonderful.
what I'm going to need then from people. First things first. Those sneaking around to the back. I'm going to need stealths with advantage.
Advantage.
Uylz with a 23.
I'm not going to roll again.
I mean, 23 should be good enough.
How do? Oh yeah, wait a minute. I go to the top of the sheet on and press.
And that 20.
Oh. One moment.
A 13.
Expert.
And can I get one as well from a Trickstem?
I've done mine.
Did you? Oh, 19, yes. So it's just Una that we're relying on now for stealth too. Una gets with stealth. And that 20.
Mhm.
So quite literally, Una and Allo just disappear into the shadows.
They just cease to exist.
And I'm going to roll some Percepti-boys.
Oh, before you do that, Banfliff is going to be standing at the door.
Okay.
But I am casting Pass Without a Trace on myself so that he can literally stand at the front door the entire time while the others go around.
Okay, so oof.
Beat my DC.
So I'm going to say, and this may seem mean,
Uh-oh.
you should have done that before people rolled stealth.
Oh.
Yeah, in
But they have
in context.
Yep. No. Basically, it's a case of they won't get that plus 10 bonus added to their rolls.
It also requires Banfliff to stay with us. It's an area,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
as long as we're in the area.
the 10 wouldn't even matter.
Yeah, the spell itself would have 0 effect after we
It's
left
more
the
a
area.
case of if you were to make a stealth yourself at this point, Banfliff, they would have you get that plus 10, and even without that, they can't track you if you decide to run off, except by magical means. So
Okay.
let's see how this goes. So it's only the first row of people that will be rolling to spot you. So that's 10. Should be noted, they're not stood in the doorway itself, they're like stood in front of it. Hence why there's 10 of them in a 15 by 15, like in a 15-foot radius thing.
Wait, there's 10 literally standing in a line?
Kind of like in a disorganized line, but
Oh my
roughly in a
god.
line.
Even better than I was even hoping for.
Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Few of them actually see me.
one of them does. Because one of them got a nat 20. So in fact, the only two people that won't be spotted because their bonuses are higher than that one that rolled is Allo and Una. Because they
Wait.
also nat 20'd.
Well, that's okay. They won't really be going anywhere anytime soon.
That being said, what did Grace roll? Grace rolled a 13. Four of them, aside from the nat 20er, would have spotted Grace.
I was going to say she misty steps as they see her, but I'm actually read the.
They're not going to be able to get to you anyway.
Right.
Because I can do this.
In a 20-foot square starting from point frame range. And I did say this was 15 foot, 15 foot, so...
Gonna be centered on the center dude that's like in that line.
Yeah, that will be enough to get all of them. So they need to make strength saving throws to be restrained. And they need to beat 17.
I feel like they will because the abominations have absurd amounts of strength. Yep.
One's free. One's trapped. Two's trapped. Two's free, two's trapped. 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 Free. Free. So I believe it's two more rolls. Trapped and trapped. So 6 are trapped, 4 of them are free. Yep. Yep, so 4 of them are free to move. I will make those 4, however. Roll an intelligence. Just melee, so... Nope, that one's just focused on you now, Banfliff, because it saw you do that. That one is focused on you. That one sees the rest still and is focused on them. 3 of them focused entirely on you, Banfliff. 1 of them sees the party still.
Well, you want to know what? We're creating a distraction, right?
I mean, it has distracted 9 out of 10.
Burning
You do also,
spell slots.
you do also have my fluffy little things.
That is true.
I know, I'm trying to like physically restrain them, but I will also, as he raises the spikes up behind him, he will drop the 3 little fluffy things on the ground.
Okay, cool.
We're gonna do that this way, since might as well. 3, a 3, and a 7.
Oof. So you have 2 baboons and a giant hyena.
Oh my god, yes.
So
this is gonna be fun.
You just toss the balls up in the air. These just start landing. Baboon to the left, baboon to the right, and then a confused hyena in the middle looking to the 2 baboons like, wait, what?
It's a giant hyena.
I believe it's this one. Oh no, never mind. So yeah, so we've got, let's see, all creatures within that 20-foot area need to make, what is it, wisdom?
Spell save DC.
Okay, so
yeah, a wisdom to recognize it as hazardous.
Yeah, it's hazardous terrain.
Here we go again with another 10 rolls.
Woo!
Just about fails.
Fail.
Fail, fail, fail.
Only one of them sees that this is hazardous terrain.
Yep.
I'm guessing the
Again,
one that's focused on everybody else.
Yep, given the rolls and that lot and the positioning of that 20. Yep, that one is the one focused on everyone else running away.
Well, at least now that every 5 feet he moves, he'll take 2d4 damage.
So
that
while that's happening, the rest of you, you rush off behind the wall. You does towards the back. You think you start to see one of them trying to chase you, but it starts to get hurt as it slowly tries to make its way through these thorns, just breaking them as it goes along. And you eventually lose sight of it. Now my question is, as you get to the western wall, make me a perception first of all, see if you can spot the weakened area.
Is that everybody?
Everyone except for Banfliff, who's still up front distracting peeps.
Okay.
Codi, that's a stealth.
Codi will stealth their way to victory.
Ah!
Codi stealthily clings to the wall and just eats along until she feels cracks.
Also, it's the eastern wall.
Yeah, sorry, eastern wall. Uylz, you don't notice. Everyone else does, though.
I accidentally rolled
It's
that
fine, they're both
advantage.
the same number. Everyone
Yeah.
else does spot the crack in the wall, though. Trickstem and Allo just about.
Yeah, Grace points to the. Meekly points to.
Now, how are you going to break it down?
She just well, how does it look in terms of its infrastructure? How weak is it exactly?
It's cracked, but it looks like it's going to be a case of it's less you can just
Breakdown.
push the bricks down, and more it's going to take some serious force to break this.
Okay, so she just looks like. So we're doing like a 1, 2, 3 push as a group, or Codi, or Codi. Yeah, you're just gonna do the thing, and she steps back. Codi smash.
Kinda. So, what was I gonna do? I have that thing. So, I am going to try and charge and smash through the wall.
Okay, what are you smashing through it with? Your self or
Myself.
okay? You are the battering ram.
I do have advantage on this because strength of giants.
Yep.
I have advantage on strength checks made to push, pull, lift, or break objects.
I was just mainly making sure to see if you were trying to do it with that, or if you were just going to attack it with the weapons.
No.
Because slashing weapons against stone wall, not a good idea. But, you know, shoulder charging into it when you're a tiny cannonball.
Yes. I am the tiny cannonball.
When an unstoppable force meets an immobile object.
So, can I?
Yes. Okay. So, Fritz.
Okay.
Yeah,
Leigh became the wall.
Fritz was sitting up and his feet managed to get underneath my shirt and jumper, so, bird
Yeah.
claws on skin.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I've just been gutted.
Feel like that every time I pick up Girly.
Yeah, I like that, but with bigger claws, because, cat.
Mine's got extremely sharp claws that it can't put away.
Neither can the cat, because he's out. He's forgotten how to put his rear claws away.
Either way.
Either way, with the 23, you watch Codi just get to the other wall, the main wall of this thing, and then just barrel forward. And have any of you played the old Game Boy Wario games?
No, but I have heard of it.
Like, the best way to describe it is it's like the shoulder charge from that, where you quite literally think for like the 5 foot before impact, Cody's arm just like grows in size and muscularity just as she shoulder charges it. And yeah, the wall breaks. Cody, odds or evens?
Odds. Ah!
Yep, the bricks don't fall on you as you break through.
Yeah!
I'm going to roll a general perception.
Loud crash.
Yeah, some of them have heard it. But, you're over the other end of the place.
They don't exactly know what is going on over there.
And you all feel a rumble through the building.
Mm.
Coming from
That's
below.
not normal.
Just what seems to be a loud roar.
There it is! Let's go kill the dog!
Oh god. Yeah, I see that, Raka. You also hear what seems to be... Hang on. I need to see what type of creatures these things are first. So I saw that what you were doing there, but I have no idea what these things are. Oh, they are quite literally what I thought they were. Wait, can you summon those with that spell?
So you can summon one challenge level 2 creature beast. Oh, Jesus Christ. Beast. Oh my god. And I believe
Conjure
you
animals.
summon fey spirits that take the form of beasts and appear in an unoccupied space that you can see within.
And you wouldn't be able to summon that then. A ghast is not a beast, it's an undead.
Oh shit. Damn.
A ghast is in fact an undead. It's also a high-end undead, so like necromancy doesn't even really make them.
Then I have the second thing.
Alright.
In his hand he holds a small box.
Okay.
It's a mimic. he has summoned a mimic instead. Because I believe they're beasts.
No, mimics are beasts. They are not beasts.
Mimics are monstrosities.
The only thing that is a beast are normal animals. Anything that is not a normal animal is considered a monstrosity. There are a few differences to this, but the majority of things are animal, like just any.
Hang on, let me just see. Its type needs to be a beast. Challenge rating 2. You could summon up with challenge rating 2 for beasts. And
a giant, maybe
an Allosaurus, an Aurochs, a cave bear, a giant boar, a giant constrictor, an elk, a shark, a plesiosaurus, a polar bear, a quetzalcoatlus, a rhino, a saber-toothed tiger, Swarm of poisonous snakes, and Ankylos jelly red's free. So yeah,
Oh my
you could
God.
summon up an Allosaurus.
Yeah, but I want the giant elk.
Okay, so you summon up a giant elk to help with the hyenas and that giant hyena and the two baboons.
Baboon.
Baby baboon is a baby
There's
baboon.
a theme going on here. All of the animals that are around the tree are nature animals. Nothing is actually different. They're all real animals.
And aside from, I was about to say aside from the hyena, but now I'm trying to think if you'd even see baboons in this place. The elk would definitely blend in. Like there are probably giant elks actually in this thing, so.
Oh, well, there we go. One of them blends in.
And I'm going to say we are going to leave it there for tonight. We've been recording for 2 hours, 10 minutes, so it seems like a good place.
Well, then I'm going to do one thing just in case I'm not here. I'm going to tell you now.
Okay.
Banfliff is handing each of the baboons a small stick, and he has cast Shillelagh on both sticks. They are free to beat people up now.
The baboons will beat the shit out of people with Shillelagh.
You asked for a front door distraction. You got a front door army.
I'm sorry, but given the name Shillelagh from, I'm just imagining you just armed them with that, and as soon as you arm them with it, they also get tiny little leprechaun hats.
Ding!
Kathleen! We're going to beat up the things, Kathleen!
Oh, man.
Anyway, given we skipped the intro, we'll probably skip the outro as well for today. Or shall we?
Yeah.
Yes. It's only fair. Otherwise, the intro would
We're
be
doing the
longer.
outro.
Don't
You have to sing it.
forget about me, 'cause I'll haunt your nightmares. Now your turn, DM. Take it away.
And thank
Take
you all.
it away. Sing.
Well, first things first, rip headphone users.
Yeah.
First, the DM's gonna sing the outro.
Fine. Just give me a moment just to try and think of a voice to do it with. Oh, Mrs. DM, bring me a dream of monsters and all that shit unseen. We'll play D&D until daybreak. Oh, Mrs. DM, don't be late. I can't think of a voice, so I just did my normal voice. Although technically that could be the white lady as well, so who cares? It works, it does it. Either way, thank you everyone, and we'll see you all next week.
Bye.